Take 3.
You want to just
take 2. Yeah, I'll start this one over.
Take 3.
Fuck off.
Boogie's first day on the job.
Shut up. I'll be here.
Who's the intern for real? I don't know, buddy. My man back here shaking his head like,
Nigga left me a fucking.
I'm supposed to learn from this nigga.
I'm writing a review.
So loud.
Not gonna be good.
Nigga left me a super camera to look after, bro. How the fuck?
You guys have done it before, I'm sure.
All right, CWTFB Radio, powered by Revolt Podcast Network. I'm Charlie MaSheen alongside my Choco Bliss, Honey Kiss, never miss my good sis, Big Bells.
Yes, sir.
From a big block.
The biggest.
Twin Glocks.
Both of them.
We in the Media Lab, man. We at the Sound Lab. You know what time it is. So what we going to do is get started with a mix right now. Let's go. And we here. We
ride.
Goddamn. I'm out of breath.
Yeah, I mean, that was
impressive.
That was a performance. Free shows every week.
Let's get into these sponsors, man. Let's get these out the way. Let's talk to the guys who's helping us do what we do, man. Propel us. And then we're going to get straight into the conversation with my man Toke.
Yes, sir.
Always sponsored by, of course, the Sound Lab Recording Studios. Make some noise for the Sound Lab. Yeah. That is at 60 Skinner Street, rear, pause, in Brockton, Mass. Come up in here for all your audio recording needs, man. Whether you make music, whether you want to do some voiceover work like myself, whether you want to do some videography work with my man Boogie. Look, I was talking shit about him earlier, but he's actually really good. He's just not using his camera tonight, so you know what I mean? But he's actually really nasty with this shit. If you see his work, he's actually really good. Don't take nothing away from Boogie. You could book with Boogie, man. All right?
Book with Boogie.
All right, book with Boogie, man. You know what I mean? Nicole De Silva in here. We got a plethora of interns who's actually learning from the guys who's actually been doing it in the building. We talking about Samba, Devo the Genius, Cam Crip, Dimelo Daro, Illicit. The list goes on and on and on and on. I mean, there's more people I'm not saying. My man Neezy in here as well. Yes, goddamn, I can't even. That's how much talent we got in the building. You know what I mean? Videography, photography, audio, anything. And even if you just want some consultation, even if you just want to pull up for the vibes and see what's going on and see who's creating and just meet some dope people, you could do that too, man. So the centrifugal location that you need to go to is www.soundlabma.com. The Sound Lab is the cheat code, man. Come on. Other sponsor always is my man Boston's Hair Flow over at the Temple of Groom. That's 2 locations. Cambridge, that's right in between the Central Square and the Harvard Square area, right on Mass Ave. Also in Boston, that's the Fenway area, right on Calm Ave. There's a 3rd location coming soon in Coolidge Corner. We'll keep you updated on that. But if you want a luxury haircut experience, man, go up in there. They'll get you right, man. It don't matter what hairstyle you want. I done went from the waves to the blowout to the back to the waves. Now I'm growing my shit out. It's different. It's real intricate, real close fades. Pull out your ingrowns, neck up only. Don't get crazy. You know what I mean? If you're a regular, you might bust out the McAllen. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. And also, school is about to start up soon for some people. So if your kid is on the honor roll, right after they get that honor roll, they can actually get a free haircut, man. All right? That's fire. Not for you parents. It's not for y'all. It's for your kids.
What if they're in college?
I don't care if you go to RCC. You're not getting it. It's for the kids. Flo love the kids. All right, shout out my man Flo.
That's not right.
Over there at the Temple of Groom. 3 locations. Well, 2. 1 coming soon, man. You know what time it is. This episode also is sponsored by Pretty Ugly. Shout out to my guy at Pretty Ugly, man. You know, he laced me up with some drip. You know what I mean? He sent me a little care package. You know what I mean? You know, good oversized tee. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks way bigger than I am, but it's actually my size. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna let y'all see real good. You know what I mean? You got Future on here. It's saying some shit that I would never say to my wife. It says, bitch, don't get too comfortable. But, you know, it's Future. You know what I mean? Future's right. I mean, it's very on brand. I like it. You know what I mean? Really good material, good thread count. He got all types of flavors. I've actually wore a lot of pretty ugly gear on here as the years went by. You may or may not have noticed, but I paid for those. You know what I mean? And my man, you know, he appreciates what we was doing, and so he's like, yo, bro, I want to bless you with some pieces. So shout out my man KJ over there, Pretty Ugly, man. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him at, you know, his website, all types of things, man. Also, another sponsor that's in the building is TSV Vodka.
Mm-hmm.
TSV Vodka. This is 6 times distilled. It's vegan.
80 proof, 40% alcohol.
Right?
Quality stuff.
You know what I mean?
Totally vegan.
The SV means for smoothest vodka that you've ever had in your life.
The smoothest vodka.
The T is the smoothest vodka. Distilled 6 times, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, captured lightning, and they put it in a bottle. You know what I mean? You can ask us about your local package store. Live socially, man. That's what they do. I like the bottle. The bottle's nice. It looks really good. It's real minimalistic.
Real sleek,
and
real
I ain't
chic.
gonna hold you. I like this a lot. And I'll show you why. Pass me that bottle right there, my brother. I've been drinking. I was sent 2 bottles, and this one didn't make it full for a reason, because this shit is banging. So I'm gonna take a shot right now. You want a shot?
Sure.
Yeah, you want a shot, man?
No,
I'll
good.
support local.
Come on, man. It's my man's
Oh,
shit.
you pouring a lot.
That was my shot. My man.
Yo,
Right?
I'm not respected in this space.
Man, it wasn't even that bad. CSV vodka, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bottoms up. God damn, that's good. I like that a lot. 80 proof, man. TSV. Shout out to your local vendor if you want to get some of that, man. All right. Token.
What's up, bro?
What's the word, my boy? How you doing?
It was just an honor to watch you get in your bag.
I appreciate you, man.
I didn't know that's what was gonna happen.
Hey.
I feel way closer with you.
You know what I mean? I'm glad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad. You know what I mean? Like,
I like the selection.
yeah,
It's a good
word.
selection.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we done here?
Yo, I said that's my time. All right.
Look, man, if you from around here, everybody got to know who you are, man.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but if for the people who don't know who you are, let them know who you are, what you do, what you represent.
My name is Token. I'm a rapper from the North Shore, Salam, Marblehead. Yeah.
So you one of them rich ass niggas.
No, I wish. I wish. I grew up with some of them, but no. I mean, I'm working towards it.
Hey, I hear you. Respect.
But no, yeah. Originally, from Salem. My mom moved to Marblehead when I was like 14 or something. So I was kind of bouncing back and forth. I did meet a lot of rich people.
I'm sure.
Growing up, and
Did you know the Rosenbergs? They lived in Marblehead. I used to work for David Rosenberg.
no, I didn't have many friends in this town.
Okay.
I didn't have many friends back then in general until things started working out. Then I had lots of friends.
I'm sure.
But
Funny how that
no,
works,
hey,
right?
and you know, I learned that I had friends from all different walks of life, and I learned that, you know, there's pieces of shit on both sides. A lot of similarities that you know, some of my friends here were not like my friends here, and I was kind of in between a lot of situations, and I did get to see, you know, a lot of similarities, some not similarities, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. As you should be, man. I mean, you came from where you came from, man, and you made it out of that. Honestly, like, what was growing up like for you, man? Because your music,
Right. Yeah.
you took us there a lot in this one. Like,
Yeah.
you just dropped "I'm Not Supposed to Be Here," right?
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite project by you, hands down,
Thank
bro. I think, in my opinion, it's your best body of work ever. Do you feel that way?
It's tough, bro, because I want to say yes, but I say yes like every time, and it's like,
well, it should gradually get better as you go
yeah.
on, right?
I mean, they're so different to me that like I still have I still really have appreciation for my last album too, but this one feels like the most important one I've done, and I've never, just like how people are referring to it. It just feels like the most like you want to get to know a guy, listen to this album. It feels like the most like album I was supposed to make. I feel like my other projects are not that I have like 2 other albums, but but they're more like this moment in my life were my like last 2 projects, and this one is more of like my whole life.
Right.
So for that reason, it feels more important.
Okay. So as far as the way you grew up, right? So you talk about it a lot as far as like your father wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
When your parents split, how old was you?
I was 10.
You was 10. So before they split, y'all was all in the same household, right?
Yeah. So before they split, it was when I was living in Salem, and like I obviously talk about like my family life, my dad a lot in the music, and he was a musician too. He sang and like played the guitar and stuff. So he was always like okay with what I would say as long as there was truth behind it.
Right.
So that's why like it doesn't really like. Sometimes it feels weird like of the things I say because I love the fuck out of my dad. Like my dad loved the fuck out of me. Like he just didn't have certain tools is like the way I kind of look at it.
Right. And I think that's all introspective too, because like as a kid, like did you always feel that way as a child as well?
I didn't understand a lot of this stuff. Like the beginning of my life, my dad was super distant, and I was like scared to. He had his room, and I was like pretty scared to like enter the room.
Dad, yeah.
He's just an angry guy, and be like, Dad, and he'd be like, what? Literally wasn't it wasn't ideal.
Like, never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm just hungry, but whatever. I'll die. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but basically that was like the beginning of my life, and then I just started acting up crazy, like getting into a lot of trouble in school and just fucking around. And I was like, they kind of like made me go to therapy. And the therapist, I guess, I didn't know this in the moment, but the therapist was like, yeah, it's like, your dad isn't there. So he kind of lit a fire under my dad to be like, you're kind of fucking up your son here. And my dad had kind of like a fucked up upbringing too. So that made him like want to step up more. And there was like a year of like, we would do shit together. We would like, like go out to dinner, and like we went to like New York a couple times, and it was like sick for a minute.
Right.
And then my parents split, and then my dad moved out, and then it just was like, he just like couldn't, it was tough to see him like, it was sad to see like how he would live. So I just like stopped, and he, it was kind of on me to like make the plans. And then once I stopped making the plans, they just like kind of fell through. And then I, by the time I was 14, I was fully engaged in music.
Right.
And then I wasn't making time. So yeah, and then when I was 17, everything like changed for me, and my life just revolved around music.
Right.
He was living in like a different apartment, so I say all this stuff in my music because it is real, and it is like why I think I am who I am today. But it doesn't negate like, his love for me and his like pride that he had in me, and like he would still like try to come to shows and shit like that.
Right.
It's just, it kind of felt like he was like my homie later on more than like my dad,
Right.
Which homies are tight sometimes.
I mean, honestly, I ain't
like-
gonna hold you. That's not a bad thing. Cause,
Yeah.
Because my perspective, and I, you know, what I mean, just because both of our fathers passed, I didn't start becoming my father's friend until way later in my life. You know what I mean? So like, for me, it was kind of whack because he started respecting me as a man. Then he got sick and then he passed, right? So whereas you experienced that earlier in life where you were able to, like, yeah, you might have wanted a dad, right? But you had the friend, right?
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't get neither. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
shit, you're doing better than me. Like, you know what I mean? The way I'm looking at it. Like,
It's not
like,
competition.
It's
brother.
not. It's not. But what I'm saying is that be grateful for the experience that you had with him.
For
and
sure.
I'm grateful for my experience with my father, of
Yeah.
course. You know what I mean? Like, because my father, towards the end of his life, he allowed me to, handle his finances. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was just more like, yo, look, move this around, move that around, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So at least he respected me in that regard where he was like, okay, well, even if this gets fucked up, Charlie's gonna make it right.
Yeah.
Right. And I love that because he gave me a sense of responsibility in his eyes that I didn't know that he trusted me enough with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it sucks when you lose a parent, when you feel like you need them at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I got shortchanged, but that's life, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta just move with it and experience and appreciate the experiences that you did have.
Yeah, and it does teach you, like, I just be trying to have my mom around as much as possible. Like, it just does teach you. I just like never thought I would be the kid with the with the dead parent early on,
right,
and then it obviously you do feel shortchanged, and like I did feel like right at the end there, bro. What annoys me is like right at the end was like I saw him a little bit before like my last album came out, and I was like, he was like living with this girl at the time, and I'm like, I'm gonna start like putting in more effort to like see him and go over and like and this girl woman I should say it wasn't a girl, it was a woman, was like helped get him like some of his shit together. So I really like the last time I saw him I like made this conscious like note of like I'm about to like change things between us, like I'm about to see him more, and then the shit just came out of nowhere, and that's life. And I really don't hold like any if anything I hold it's like guilt that I didn't try harder, but it's but bro, like my dad gave me music. Like if it wasn't for my dad, like he gave me the biggest gift I have. Like so shit. I mean, I still feel like I'm on the winning end of things,
Shout out to your dad, man. For real, man. Rest in peace to him. What was his name?
Sam.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam, man. Rest in peace to him, man. For real. I want to talk about I'm Not Supposed to Be Here.
Wait, dang.
I know
Slow
we
down.
started on a pretty sad note. I'm
Slow
sorry, guys.
down. Hold on. We are that's too far. Not supposed to be is like
Bells likes to be all introspective
no,
and go
because
back.
I do like to go
I
back.
don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to talk about what's happening now. Okay? That's a
No,
me thing.
But that, I kind of want to talk about evolution. That's why I start at the beginning like
here's
that.
what I'll give you. Here's what I'll give you right before you go in. Right? Pardon me.
Go ahead.
I always knew you could rap. So
Yeah.
like you are a phenomenal rapper. Like you can put words together better than most. All right? Like you can I'm pretty sure I can literally say words to you and you can just fucking rap, right? Like based off those words. You that type of rapper. You the guy that like when it comes to words, you can play with them, right? I was never really a huge fan of the music. I just understood why people liked you, right? This album, I'm Not Supposed to Be Here, ask my wife. We in the car. This is usually where we listen to music, right? When we're about to go do some shit, put the shit on. I'm like, hey, yo, this right here is like, this shit's talking to me. You know what I mean? because I'm not the type of person to not listen, especially because you from Mass, bro. Like, I'm gonna listen to it, whether or not I'm the hugest fan. I'm never gonna shit on you online. I'm never gonna be like, yo, fuck that album, like whatever. You from my town, so like I'm gonna show you love regardless. But this is the one, bro. Like I'm talking like track 2. I was like, whatever comes after this, I know it's gonna be fire. You know what I mean? And then Friends came on.
Yeah.
And then that was the one that got me all the way locked in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's spitting. Because, and I feel like you deterred from the super, like, lyrical shit, and you just told stories on this one. Like, and you had your songs where you got super lyrical on there, and you played with words and shit like that. But you also just told some real life shit. And that, to me, is what speaks to people the biggest. Is like you just talking real life shit, and not saying that you haven't before, because you have, but for whatever reason, bro, like your tonality, your approach, your like, you was surgical with this shit, and it took me from a fan to a super fan. So now I was like, I really want to talk to this kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really want to see deep, like, you know, dive deep into the mind of Toke and see where this came from. So let's hold it on that note.
I appreciate it.
Okay, well, since we already went there,
Yeah.
I will say that I can't say that this is my favorite project. I wait, but pause. Let me finish.
Let her finish.
No, that's your opinion. It's your opinion.
Ali.
Fuck it, but whatever.
And the reason I'm saying that is because it's one of my favorite projects. Yes, it is your latest project, and it comes from I don't want to say a long line. And you don't only have 2 other projects, but we'll
Two other albums.
Okay, so we'll go back to that. But I'll say that this album, I do believe that compared to your last projects, yes, there is an undeniable level of confidence that feels like, I don't give a, you know what I'm saying? Like, be sick of me. Like, no stone unturned type, just saying whatever you want, saying whatever you feel like you needed to say. And like you said, like, even in your cadence, your intonations, like, just your energy on this project, I feel like was very different from, your past work. Like, there's a familiarity, like, there's an element of familiarity, but there's also just a stark difference between what you did here with this project and what you've done in the past. Now, for me, I liked every song on the album. Yeah. But the ones that I liked the most were obviously the intro, Not Supposed to Be Here, Friends, What Does Your Love Look Like, Sarah's song.
Fuck Sarah.
I'm your baby. Yeah. And Diary Number 1, I felt like was the perfect ending for this album. That was the perfect button for it. Now I want to dial back and go to 17-year-old Token, who dropped 2016. That was your first actual project that you dropped.
Are you talking about Eraser Shavings?
Yep, Eraser Shavings.
Eraser Shavings. I was I guess I was in high school. I was 17 probably, yeah.
So that was what I could find as like the first project, like full-length project that you dropped. And that one...
God damn, you young as shit.
Don't feel like I think about that. I was like, yo, he's bad young. And we talked about him like, he's only 20. Are you 26 yet?
26.
Okay. And I'm like, there's no way, just because of the content of your music and the way that you deliver it. That's why.
I had my first kid in 2016. Just put that in perspective. Just put it in perspective. You know what I mean? Type shit.
But like on that very first project, I feel like it was, part of me wants to say that it was very surface level, but it was probably very surface level for us. Like, it was an introduction to you. You talking your stuff. Yeah, very lyrically inclined today. You're showing them like, I got skills. I'm a little arrogant, and can't nobody really, go head to head with me for real. Exception, right, is a record that you also mentioned on the following project after that, right? Yeah. So Exception, I'm listening to Exception and I'm in it. I'm like, I just know Andy about to come back to school and it's gonna be a problem. But I didn't know whether this was like a real life event until the second project. And I was like, well, what the heck happened with Andy? Like, and then you were supposed to be the third person. That blew my mind. I said, you was almost up out of here.
Yeah.
So what is that? Like where did that come from?
The exception story. I mean, I think I talked about it, on the intro to the next one, but the song basically was based on this kid. His name, I gotta stop using real names because
You use his real name.
I be using. Hey man, everything you heard in the album is real.
You know what's crazy? Because we was
trying
trying to figure out whether we were over here brainstorming names for Sarah.
Oh, Sarah's real.
And Sarah.
That's her name. I just figured it's a
Jesus
big enough
Christ,
name.
yo.
I know a lot of Sarahs. So.
Right,
Toke,
right.
you wilding out.
I know, dude. I fuck up my life every album. I'm not kidding. It gets fucked up every time.
This thing is bugging.
Yeah. I swear to God. But yeah, Andy was a kid who was was like my friend. This was back in like 5th grade or something. He was weird, but so was I, and I didn't have like many friends, whatever. I don't even know how we like linked, but we would like have play dates or whatever. I remember he always really wanted to like do airsoft gun fights, which is like
wild.
Can be a red flag.
But why the fuck would you want to do that with your friend?
And I was like, nah, man, like nah. But we were friends, and eventually, like I don't know. I just remember having like a weird like sleepover with him, and it was like his family like kind of tweaked me out, and I was like, I don't really want to be friends with him anymore. And he was like a weird kid, so like friends would like clown him, like not to his face, but it was low key. But he was like a weird, quiet kid, whatever. And that's what inspired like that concept of like I could just what if that's I started to feel guilty because this like was my friend, and if there were to be a kid who would do some shit like that, it seemed like it would be this kid, and I realized that like I am not like innocent. Like to me, the whole song, I'm like I keep like reminding people like that's my friend, but like to him, I don't look like his friend. I look like the person who stopped being his friend. Right. And what's crazy about him, bro, is that he ended up like years later like killing his dog with a bat.
Oh.
And he went like crazy.
Oh shit.
And I don't mean to say it with a smile, it's just but it's fucked.
It's fascinating.
And like I don't even know what happened to him, but it's interesting because like they say when you like kill animals, it's like the first step of like being a serial killer.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
So I kind of called that shit. But it doesn't negate. It doesn't negate the positives to be taken out. Still, just saying.
That's kind of scary. Well, I hope Andy is okay. The only other thing I want to say about that project is I can't even say it. You couldn't even say it, and I think that was satire. But dang it.
Shia?
Yeah,
that used to be my thing, dude. I don't know. I started young, and I thought you needed a fucking
like a tagline.
You needed like a fucking thing, a lighter flick. That was good. Yeah. So my thing was like, I don't even want to do it. I don't want to open the door to. But I killed it with that skit. It was
I loved that skit. Like I thought it was so funny because directly before that, you're like, the engineer or whoever is like, man, did you just one take that? And he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm him. And then he does like 100 takes of this one freaking word or whatever. And I was just like, yo, I cannot, but that's how it really be.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Cause when you trying to perfect some shit, you trying to act like it's like that. This is gonna define me. No, the fuck it's not.
Sure.
So you don't say shit no more?
No, hell no. I just over the years I turned it lower and lower and lower and then one day it just hit 0. I'm never gonna say it again.
Yeah, fuck it. I ain't mad at that.
Cool. But anyways, I guess we'll blow through the rest of the
Look.
I appreciate you listening to the first, because that's crazy.
Here-
Not many
here-
people know about that project.
Here's what I like about Bells when we interview somebody. She's gonna dive in and go all the way back. That's great, right? and I respect that, and I love that. But for me, it's just more like we are where we are right now, right? And let's talk about what's going on right now, because right now is the littest you've ever been. You went independent recently. You dropped I'm Not Supposed to Be Here independently. And for you, do you feel like this is the most success you've ever had?
I mean, definitely like numbers wise, yes. But it's tough, dude. It's like I don't know. I try not to think about it. It's like I've had moments like in the past too. This album like for sure surpassed my expectations, and it's an exciting time. Like it feels like I hit like a new level with it, but I'm still so far from like where I know I'm supposed to be. So I don't know. I just try to take it, and as much as like it's exciting, like the new levels or just bring in like higher levels to reach, but it's different because it's like it's not as many. Like when I was starting out, everything was happening for the first time. Like I remember like my first sold out show, fucking Middle East Upstairs, like I was 17. Like I don't know if I've had like a high like hearing the first Token chant. Like I've done bigger shows or whatever, but those early on moments were like more what the fuck. These moments like are sick, and they're especially sick because they come from a really real place. Like this album is like, it's just the truth, bro. Like it's like, so it feels very meant, and it feels very like fulfilling. But I can't say I'm just like high as fuck, like walking around. Like I'm just trying to like keep my head down and keep it moving.
So let's talk about Friends. I want to dive into that because your man's. This is the same person from verse 1 to verse like the end?
Two different people.
Two different people.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, first friend, took advantage, quote unquote, of a girl, right? Now did this girl accuse him of anything, or was it just the way that you ingested that information?
I've always like, I shouldn't say I've like within the past like maybe like 4 years, I've always like felt it, the relationship between like an artist and their fan, especially like for me, where it's like we were talking about earlier, like I might not be like known to everybody in the world, but the people who come to the shows, like the music is, it means a lot to them. It's more than just like they like the sound of it, It's like a lot of people feel like they know me, which I do feel like I didn't realize it early on, but I do feel like it comes with a responsibility, and I can't help but feel weird sometimes when like my boys are trying to like get with fans and like, because, and I know that can come off like holier than thou. When I was younger,
you probably would have done the same shit.
And I have, and but I guess just like understanding what it is more. And there's different levels of fans, I guess. But I always feel like, in the first verse, this girl said like she would have killed herself if it wasn't for me.
Wow.
Right.
That, and you hear shit like that, and your brain just goes like, I don't think so. But you got to take it for service, and
people said that about Travis Scott, and I think he's in.
Right.
Travis Scott, like I ain't never like. Anyway, keep going.
But for someone to tell me that bro just wants to sneak in, and fucking, I don't fuck with Travis.
I like
you know,
Travis Scott. He ain't never made no life changing music.
You never know, man.
Like, I mean, 25 seconds to go. Like, the fuck are all the other niggas I know? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But anyway,
it's a good song.
It's a good song,
It's
but
a great song.
I just like to get drunk to it.
But you know, like that someone tells you that, and then like, you know, from perspective, someone from my town or like someone, you know, my homie, just if she's pretty, you know, like it's just gonna be like
You gonna try to get right.
Yeah, and it, you know, it was something that like I didn't know if I was tweaking. Like people get with groupies, like you know, like you know.
You don't fuck fans?
I don't currently fuck fans.
Currently. I like
No,
that.
when I was younger, I fucked fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
as you should.
You know, and you know, it was difficult. It's multi-layered, you know. But I just that one situation just didn't sit well with me because it's like I wonder what that like woman thinks when she wakes up. And does the music still mean the same? Or is her memory with me, like she just met this guy for the first time that like the music changed her life, but then she wakes up the next day and she just like fucked his friend and like he probably knows. Like I just wonder like what the thinking is in the morning.
That was a you thing.
Yeah, I mean, I mean that verse is based on a lot of different situations that I've had.
Right.
So that specific one, no, there was no like blowing up at me like or like hearing some like crazy shit, but taking advantage is an interesting like term because like it's great, you know. Like did he take advantage of the opportunity? Like
I mean, look, I seen an interview years ago when I was like a teenager talking about Mace and his run, and like Mace was all the women love Mace. I mean, you know the thing about rap, the type of rap that I liked growing up, it was like you either wanted to be the rapper, like you wanted to be the guy, and the girls wanted to fuck the guy, right? Mace was that guy in that regard. Like I had my little Seiko watch, throwing it up in the sky like it was a rollie. Throw your rollies in the sky. You know what I mean? All this shit. Like I had waves because of Mace, like all of that. And some dude on Mace's camp early on was like, dog, I used to get mad pussy because of Mace. He was like, yo, look. Oh, you trying to fuck Mace? You got to fuck me first.
Oh, my God.
So when you said that in the song, it immediately brought my mind to that. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? Right? Yeah. Look, I'm never going to be famous. That's my man, though.
That's my man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, hey.
And then it's also, if you kind of make like a, you know, conscious decision to be like, well, let me do this so I could try to get to the guy. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
In fact,
bro, listen.
In fact, it's a good thing because she didn't get fucked twice that night. You know what I'm saying?
God bless.
To who? Right? But what I'm saying is she might have wanted you and settled for dog.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or let me paint a different scenario, which yes, that scenario. Or she's obsessed with the music, and if a friend comes and says, you know, to her it's just like, wow, it's the homie, like I want to hear about like what he's like in real life, like tell me about it. I'm just saying there's different types of fans. Like I don't know Mace fans, like there's different levels of Token fans, but there are some Token fans that do not come to fuck Token. They come to tell Token that this song changed their life. Like, and it's not every fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not holier than thou. Like,
some of them be wanting to fuck Token.
Some of them be wanting to fuck Token. You know, and that's okay.
Token can't even
and
say
that's okay.
it. He can't even really say it.
You know?
Let's go. Talk your shit, my boy.
But yeah, I feel like covered it.
Nah, but I love that. And the second verse, I mean, you talk about your mans who was on the rise with you at the beginning, and then you catapulted past him
beyond,
and y'all still had a relationship. This person, I'm assuming it's a real person because you don't fabricate shit.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did he hear the record?
We haven't talked about it. If he did. Sometimes I throw in like tiny little, like, I'll lie about the age by a couple years just so he can be like, oh, it's not me.
It's not me. I like that. I like that. That's good.
I had this one song on 2 albums before this one, and this verse was like pretty much based on one friend, but there's another friend that like I took some details from, and they both approached me. I said, no, it's about him. I said, no, it's about him. Which I'm not proud of, but like, but I don't know, bro. Like sometimes like when I'm writing and like a story comes to mind that feels like important, or not even before it feels important, if it just feels like, damn, like this might fuck up some shit. It feels like, and I like hesitate. It feels like I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like that is the reason I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Because no one else is gonna be honest about this shit. You know, no one else is gonna want to like possibly like make that relationship like weird or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like, you know, I have had like a lot of unique experiences, and I haven't had the craziest life. Like, you know, I grew up in Salam and Marblehead. Right. You know, but from the perspective, the experiences that I've had that are unique, I feel like that's why I'm here to tell those. And like there are a lot of people who grow up like me who relate to those, and it just feels weird to like, I feel like, yes, like some people like me because I can like do the rap shit, but I feel like my real purpose is to share these stories and to make people like, I don't know, think about that type of shit.
Yeah.
I think that's I agree with you. I think that the rap shit is what got me interested, but the stories is what got me like engaged for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the stories is character building. Yeah. Right?
You be locked in for real.
Yeah. You look at a motherfucker and you're like, all right, well, he could rap. I know. It's like, there's a lot of motherfuckers who could rap, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but nigga, like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, you know what I mean? So when you're giving me real instances of your life, and the fact that you just told us you don't make up no names, you a different type of motherfucker.
I need to. I'm not proud of this.
Did you watch the whole review that we gave this? Like
I watched.
YouTube?
I seen a clip.
Now, if you look on, I want you to go look at the YouTube and then hit me up about it later. Okay. Because we was like, it can't be Sarah. Like, who the fuck is? Like, we was putting names out. So earlier when you came through with the Coca-Cola bottle that said Haley, did we say Haley? Was Haley one of the names?
I don't think
we said that. We said Gemma.
That's funny that it says Haley.
We said Gemma, Jenna.
Yeah, was like, it was mad different.
I'm like, whoever the fuck this bitch is, right? Like, but it's actually really Sarah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, now everyone knows it's actually Sarah. So now people are gonna like. I just
go back and try to like.
Yeah, people who know you for real, who was there.
The people from my high school.
Yeah, they know who Sarah is.
Yeah.
Has Sarah reached out to you?
No.
Nah.
No.
When was the last time
you
you spoke
that
to
was
her?
the last time. The last time was in the gym.
Yeah. Well, I think what did I see?
Oh no, it was after the gym.
Oh no. No. That's where the story ends. I didn't hit it. No, we never fucked, dude. I was a
never
virgin.
Actually fucked.
I was a virgin during that time. That's what's so crazy about the story. But no, she ended up working at Starbucks. I've seen her at Starbucks a couple times. So.
My coffee, bitch. Yeah, like yeah.
Not Sarah's out here making ventis.
Get me a fucking macchiato.
Two different Starbucks, which is interesting.
Wow.
Like usually you get your Starbucks run and then you're done, but she went from Starbucks to Starbucks, I feel.
Some people like that job. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a family member who's a teacher. Actually, she's a principal. And she was like, my favorite job ever was working at Starbucks. And I'm like, that's insane.
But does it bounce from Starbucks to Starbucks?
I mean, shit.
Well,
maybe the other one was more lit. Yeah, I mean, we don't fucking know.
And now we know a lot more about Sarah and why she do what she do.
Don't do that. Maybe she likes Starbucks. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson and all of that.
Anyway. Yo, you just said something and you was like, oh yeah, like my life hasn't been really interesting or crazy or anything like that. But you got a record called Caught on Camera.
Oh.
Yeah. That, yeah.
Yeah, explain yourself, Toke.
Caught on Camera. You really be like diving in the catalog. I didn't expect to be. Can I preface this with like not everything I've done I'm like proud of?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Nah, but you talk about it, so it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not about it, you being proud of it. It's just about
And
that was your experience.
Yeah, and let me just say, I'm not judging you at
Yeah,
all.
no, I don't
Like
think
it's
you
not
are.
like, explain yourself, Toke. You about to be
Yeah.
on punishment for 3 weeks. I'm just trying to
Thank God.
understand, like, what was going on, brother?
Caught on camera was a pretty like crazy time in my life. Was touring a lot, and I was with this girl I was on and off with, and was like, it was my first girlfriend ever, like my first like legitimate girlfriend ever.
Yeah.
And we were like long distance. She actually like lived in Colorado. I lived in Massachusetts, but traveled a lot, and sometimes she would like come on the road. And I gave her my phone, and back then the hidden folder didn't have a password.
Yeah, it was just
which
hidden,
is like,
fake hidden.
why are you calling it hidden? It's not hidden.
There's a hidden folder.
Yes, there's a hidden.
Where's that at?
I'll show you
It's
after.
supposed to be hidden.
It's supposed to. Well, now it's a bit more hidden, but yeah, she just like found a bunch of videos on there.
Wow.
So hold on, you willingly gave her a phone? Like, yes, she's not gonna find anything.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Hold on.
I
So,
didn't
hold
think
on.
about
Yeah, no,
these
hold on.
things.
Hold the fuck up. You knew this shit didn't have a password, and you gave her the phone, and you knew you had a hidden folder.
My brain was in other places. It usually is, and
That's insane.
And yeah, I feel bad. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Such is life.
well then.
The crazy thing is, if I'm really gonna give it up, she started tweaking at me, for right,
Yeah.
like not only like saying like, oh, I thought this day you were, but calling me like a weirdo because I filmed, but I would never film if the girl didn't want me to film,
Right.
But she was, what hurt more so, she was calling me like a weirdo, and I know I'm not a weirdo.
Right.
And do you guys know who Hobson is? He's like he's a rapper I used to tour with.
I
said,
heard the name.
I said, you want to know why I really filmed? And she was like, why? And I was like, Hobson told me every time you have sex, you have to film it, because if you get really famous, and if those girls tell you, or if those girls like say you did some shit later on that you didn't, you have proof that. And I just thought of that in the moment.
Honestly, that's actually. Did he tell you that?
No. But
Oh my God!
I'm good at freestyling.
I was actually about to say that's actually real good.
Yeah,
piece
that
of
is
advice.
a real good piece of advice.
Sounds believable.
So you can tell your protege that later.
I don't intend to.
He's gonna tell him, look.
He's like, hey, listen, nigga. If you gonna fuck on camera, okay? I like that. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's advice Toke gonna give. He can be like, look, man, stay away from your fans. They're just fans. Keep them as your fans.
That's actually not a bad. That's not a bad piece of advice, though. For you know what I mean? Because like you got some. Look, certain people get into your life, like not your life, but like your type of life for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers don't want to be the greatest rapper. Some motherfuckers don't want to. We was talking about that earlier. Some people don't want to do it for the respect. They just want to do it because they want to be lit, and they're good enough to be lit. And what does being lit come with? Women, money, lifestyle, right? That might be the reason why they in it. Those are the motherfuckers who's gonna fuck. You know what I mean? And they gonna fuck every single chance they get. So for a motherfucker like that, it's not a bad piece of advice. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Now, wait, now has there been any time where somebody threw it at you and you was just like, nah?
Nah, but let me finish my thought.
Go ahead.
Motherfuckers like that. Nah, motherfuckers like that. While they fucking old girl, be like, tell me you wanted to do this.
Oh my God.
You'd be like, I want to do this, right? Hey, go ahead and accuse me of anything. I'm just gonna play the video. Just saying.
It's not terrible advice.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
not.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not terrible advice. I'm just saying I've never met anybody to give anybody that type of advice.
Not that she believe you?
But
Say again?
Did she believe you?
I mean, this was years ago. I haven't,
Yeah.
Does my first girlfriend?
No, like, did she believe you?
At
When
the
you
time.
when
Yes,
you
she
said
did.
That,
She
she was
was
like,
like,
okay,
okay, I
well,
get it.
that
As
makes
she
sense.
should.
Yeah.
As she should.
Yeah, we
You would've got the
we went to a
illest
Korean
food.
restaurant right afterward. It was delicious. It was great. You ever have a bibimbap?
A what?
A bibimbap?
Nah, bro.
Bibimbaps are amazing.
I never had
A
one
what now?
before.
A beam bomb?
A bibimbap.
Beam bomb.
Yeah, they're delicious.
What is that?
So that kind of calmed the tension a bit.
That's
between us.
crazy.
Shout out to you, man. You figured it out
Yo,
Well, no, I
this is
didn't.
why.
for the moment.
This is why they say you could just feed a woman and everything will be fine. Like what?
That Korean barbecue was slapping.
Look.
You know what I mean? The beam bop. And then she forgot. You heard?
The baby bumping.
Let's go.
But no, what I was asking was, has there ever been an instance where a fan, a groupie, whoever, whatever, has thrown it at you and you be like, nah, chill out. Never.
Yeah, of course.
You got standards.
Yeah,
Now, but what makes you be like, nah, chill out? I'm all set.
a billion reasons. Bad breath, bad
Oh,
outfit.
nah.
No, I'm kidding.
Bad outfit?
But I mean,
I like that.
I
I
He
like
said,
that.
I don't
Honestly.
really like the way you put this together.
It's like you
don't qualify.
You told yourself to walk out the crib looking like this today? Like that's what you thought was lit.
an outfit does do a lot.
You thought you could get Token looking like this?
I don't say things like this.
But you should.
All jokes aside,
You gotta put your wrestler voice on.
If I'm like dealing with somebody, and I usually like to bring them on the road with me and enjoy these moments with like someone that's like deeper than just like a one night thing.
Oh, so you a relationship type dude. You like having a girlfriend.
This is where it begins to get tricky because
because I was gonna say I didn't get that from music.
I want to say yes to this.
I get that from you. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hold you. I get that you like to have a girlfriend.
I like
your life just
Still,
doesn't always mesh
yeah,
with
I'm
that.
I'm like, it's tricky because like, yes, I'm just so, I can't care about something as much as I should because of how much I care about this shit. Like my whole existence goes into this shit. And I am like a connecting person. I like, dude, since I was doing like, I'm not like a big like one night stand fucking like it's been a while since I've like been that person. I'm really just like not, it just doesn't like do it for me anymore. I like to have like a deep connection, someone like I deeply care about, but it's tough for me to like fully commit because I just feel like if the next like time I'm a boyfriend, I've only been a boyfriend twice, like in a legitimate relationship, and the next time I'm gonna be a boyfriend, like I want to be a fucking great boyfriend, like, and I genuinely just think like I don't care enough now. Like I've recently tried, and it was recently like, let me just fully try to do this, like give her grace of like not understanding certain, like the rap shit. I like people who don't understand the rap shit. Don't come from the, I like to like the divide or whatever.
Right. The Haleys of the world.
But the Haleys of the world. But it's just tough, bro. I just like feel like I'm not, a boyfriend should be like giving, and I'm just not giving enough. Like in this time, like I'm just like too in love with this other thing. And so rather than like pretend to be like a boyfriend, I usually just end up like cutting it off because I just feel like I'm gonna hurt them in the long run.
Dang,
So rap is your girlfriend.
I guess common.
Yeah, you was in love with her.
Okay. Well, I guess the what I want to ask though, right, is, you kind of alluded to it in your music that people will compare you to M, and I guess my question is like, is there one? I guess how do you feel about that? Like when people do that, like, oh, like he's just a different version of Eminem, which I don't think that's the truth.
Yeah.
I think that's a compliment. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I was coming up, I got it like so much more. It's like every comment was like Eminem. I get it way less now.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't, but yeah, I mean, it's totally understandable. Like I grew up on them.
Yeah.
And you know, like when I started releasing music, I started releasing music when I was in 4th grade, 10.
That's crazy.
What?
And just like you know, just on GarageBand.
That's crazy.
And all my songs up until a certain point were like, in a weird way, like almost similar to this album, where it's like they were my rawest form is like these stories and like what's going on in my life and what's like bothering me. No one gave a fuck. No one was into it. You know what I mean? The second I started like trying to, when I was 14, 15, but I think when I was 14, I started to be like, I think people just want to see like a little white kid can rap. Like he has the technical. So I just got really into like doing the technical shit, and that started working for me. So I'm like, fuck it. I just started doing that. And then that was the thing that was probably the most reminiscent of M, you know? And I do take it as I mean, I don't actually like necessarily take it as a compliment, because like there are whack white rappers who get compared to M too. But M is a fucking GOAT. And like, you know, there was a point that it bothered me. Like there was a point that it like was annoying, but that was when it was like everywhere. Now it's like if you listen to this album and you're like, oh, he's just trying to be Eminem, you're just not a good music listener.
You don't have an ear for it.
Yeah. So it doesn't really bother me anymore.
So Millie's had mentioned he should be on the white rap Mount Rushmore.
I seen that.
Do you feel the same way?
About Mills, bro?
No, about you.
Oh.
Not about Mills. Do you feel like you should be on the white rap?
I don't
Mount
think I have
Rushmore?
enough music out. I think like
nigga, you been
Pause.
rapping. Yo, hold on, wait. Yo, Token, stop. You just said you was rapping in the 4th grade.
Yeah, but not that's not out.
Now, granted, a lot of people don't know about those songs, but from what people do know, 2016, talking about 9 years, right, of music. 9 years of music is a long time.
Yeah.
And white rappers that people like are very far in between.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I fucking hated G-Eazy. I fucking hated him. I hated everything about him. I hated his fucking singles that went crazy. I hated his style. I hated his fucking face. I hated him. Like
his hair.
Everything. I hate the way that he walked, the way that he talked. I hate the way that he dressed. You know what I mean? I hated I hated it. Macklemore, same thing. Fucking garbage. I ain't gonna hold you. That song he had with that gay dude, and then we go back. There's a moment. That gay ass dude was singing his heart out. Right? Okay. That song was fire. Right? But other than that, and it was really because of the gay dude. You know what I mean? Because the ceiling can't hold us.
What song
Some
is
fat
this?
gay dude.
Oh my God.
He was black.
Black.
Yeah, he was black.
Can't Hold Us is the song, but I don't know who's on it.
There's a moment, the night is the night.
I don't want to say the wrong person. I want to say, but I don't.
Why wasn't that
Is
in
it
the
Khaled?
playlist?
But is Khaled not gay?
You said why wasn't that in the play? Well, whose playlist?
Your playlist.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jamming out.
Ray Dalton? Oh, okay.
That's not a song that gets me in my mode. It's just a good song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was a good song for Macklemore and what he was doing at the time. But Macklemore, I hated his name. The name sucks, right? I didn't like anything about his music. I didn't like his career. I was glad it was short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bullshit. Like, motherfuckers.
No, I respect the honesty.
Like motherfuckers like that, it's like, get him out of here, bro. Like, yo, please. You know what I mean? So, you got guys like that. And then you got guys like Bubba Sparks, who I wanted to hear more from. Yeah. And then he disappeared. I was like, what happened to Bubba Sparks? Yeah. Like, I mean, like, booty, rocking everywhere. I was like, hey, this white boy lit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I love Paul Wall. I love Paul Wall. Like, Paul Wall definitely deserves to be on the white rapper Mount Rushmore.
What about MGK?
I got mixed feelings about MGK, like a mulatto. You know what I'm saying? Because MGK has moments where I appreciate him. And then he has other moments where it's like, why did we let you win?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, those type of situations. And then I feel bad for feeling like that because it's like, we never really had to let white people in, right?
I was just about
because if we're talking about the technicalities in the music business, all the executives was white, right, at the beginning, right?
And probably Jewish.
You know what I mean?
Well.
You know, yeah, that part, right?
Let's talk about something here.
Right? But I can't get with MGK. So you're talking about 4 white rappers, right? I don't, fuck my opinion. What is your opinion? Do you believe that you deserve to be on that?
I mean, I think Paul Wall got to be on there. I think
Absolutely.
M got to be on there.
Absolutely.
I think
That's two.
I think Mac got to be on there.
You think Mac gotta be on there?
I mean, I'm a different generation, bro. I like grew the fuck up on Mac. Like it's what is it?
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
yeah. I love. I guess like what do you if you're talking about greats in rap music? Yes, I would say Mac. Yes, 100%.
Oh God! All right, yo. So hold up.
Charlie's grieved.
So you think about
If you talk about this is the thing about like
great
greatest
white rappers.
I'm talking about
that
like
were impactful to the game.
well now you're saying a different thing.
But it has to be impactful, right? Because you think about it, right? George Washington and RFK had 100 fucking years between them, right?
Yeah.
It was about impact. That's why they on Mount Rushmore, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we have to skim through the bullshit
Yeah.
and talk about impact, right? But we also have to keep it early because Mount Rushmore was made at a certain time in history, right? So it's hard to navigate through that list. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy to build a Mount Rushmore. Like that's why it's Mount fucking Rushmore. Like who the fuck? Like it was Mount something else before it was Mount Rushmore. It was just
rocks.
It was right. It was some boulders that motherfuckers carved into. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, well, do we forget about fuck? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I can't say Mac belongs there, bro. Like,
Who would you say belongs
we got
there?
Yellow Wolf. I like Yellow Wolf.
When you say impact, it's like it's a whole other thing. It's like one, you could never put me for an impact because I'm a newer guy. Like it'd be
Okay.
weird to put like Millie's. I feel like for impact, he's having his moment now. Like let him do his thing. And I love Mills. Like
Right.
and
We all do.
you know, so like when I think Mac has a crazy impact, bro. It might be like not, you know,
In what sense?
he showed me that like you're allowed to change. Like you don't have to be defined as like this one thing. Like if it wasn't for people like Mac and Tyler and Trav and Cardi, like these are people who like change every album and showed me that like
Are you talking about Mac Miller or
Yes.
Mac Lemore? Mac Miller.
You thought you was talking about
I
Macklemore
thought you
this
were
whole
talking about
time.
Mac Lemore. Oh, my fault, because I mentioned Mac Lemore. Oh, you got it. Mac Miller. Absolutely.
He's so offended that you would ever
Absolutely.
think.
Because I mentioned him earlier, and then you said Mac, and I'm like, is this nigga serious?
Like he was mad you gave him a nickname and everything.
Okay.
He's talking
All
about
right.
Mac
Nah,
Miller.
you got
now
it.
listen.
You got it. You got
If
it.
you thought I was saying Macklemore, then I hope you would never air this interview. If you have that little respect for me,
Yo, bro, I was surprised. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Because
I instantly knew as soon as he said Mac, I'm like, he not talking about Macklemore.
Why
But
did you
just
say
letting us
something?
burn, bro. What the fuck?
I could just feel Charlie like
I'm like, wait, what?
the
Did he not-
devastation
I'm
was
like, did he not hear anything I just said?
entertaining for me.
Okay, you got it.
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller. All right, you got it. My fault. My
So
apologies.
sat up a little straighter. He's so
'Cause
upset
I
with
was really starting to like
I thought I was
question.
dreaming for a second.
I'm like, yo, is this nigga serious?
Yo.
Oh, that was so
I
good.
was like, wait, what? Like, what
Oh
did he
my
do
God.
that was impactful? No, yeah. Nah, Mac Miller got it. Mac Miller got it. Absolutely. Mac Miller got it.
Jesus. I'm never gonna call him Mac again.
I would like to throw a name out there. The Alchemist.
Okay.
I feel like Alchemist don't get his respect as a rapper because he's a producer. Mm-hmm. But when when Alchemist rap, we all listened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like he was one of the first white producer rappers to show that duality. And I feel like he don't get his just due. He's nasty. He's still working. Mm-hmm. He got a joint with 2 Chainz and oh boy. Fuck, what's his name? Larry June.
Larry June, yeah.
And that shit was fire.
I fuck with Larry June, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy when you're such a good producer. You
Bro.
could rap so good and like
He's
no one would
nasty.
even give you the time.
He's nasty,
He's
bro.
just so nice. Yeah, I honestly just haven't heard enough Alchemist raps. Like I feel like I've only heard like a few verses. Like I need to hear more shit.
You know what? So yeah, that would be my white rap.
What about like
Mount
action?
Rushmore. Oh fuck. I'm still gonna give it to Alchemist just because he came first, and I like Mac Miller more. I know it's not really about my opinion about what I like more, but I feel like Mac Miller definitely touched more people than Action Bronson, and it might have been because he passed, which is fucked up. You know what I mean? Because that's how it happens a lot of the times. People become, they become legends because they're no longer here. And not to say that Mac wasn't like that, because he was. And Mac moved in so many fucking rooms, bro. Yeah. So many fucking rooms. Yeah. He could literally get on the rapidy rap shit. He could get on the hit shit. He could get on the shit for the women. He could do it all. And he was so fucking young, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Paul Wall, Mac Miller. And I'm going to have to give it to Alchemist, bro. Just off the strength of, because I'm 35 years old. Fuck it. Alchemist. I'm going with that.
I do the same, but I put action in there.
All right, you go Action
Paul,
Bronson.
M, Mac, yeah.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it. It might be a generational thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's the white rappers Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Okay, what about just the
only reason why I brought that up is because Millie said he belongs there. I just wanted to see if you felt like you belong. Look, everybody should feel like they that deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not mad at him feeling, because music is subjective, right? You should always feel how you feel, whatever. So if somebody gives me their opinion on music, yeah, I might combat them a little bit and try to give my perspective, but if that's really what you want to go to bed with, my nigga, you got to live with that, not me.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Okay, what about regular rappers? Not regular rappers, but dang, that sounded
We already
crazy.
did that. We already did that. You weren't here for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You missed that episode.
What you doing all of this finger pointing for?
You weren't.
But we're asking you because you weren't here either. So what's your rappers about Rushmore?
Now,
overall,
we saying like my favorites or what I think the greatest are?
Your rap, Mount Rushmore.
I would say
top 4.
Male and female. Do male and then do female. Because
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, you want to put, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say Pac.
Okay.
Jay.
Okay.
Okay, wait. So we're saying artists who make rap music.
And we're impactful.
I gotta say yay.
Okay.
Okay. Generational
One
shit.
more.
Okay.
I'm either going M or Wayne.
But M's already on one Mount Rushmore.
He could be on both.
Oh, okay. You're right. My bad.
He's a
Okay.
rapper.
I just gotta say, if you're like talking about impactful, you gotta say Wayne. There can't be any list without Wayne.
Okay.
If you're talking about impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. His mixtape series is insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything, bro. Like so many people just were inspired by him, and like image wise, the whole vibe, like the certain rules that he broke. Like he's my goat.
Right. And when the rap Mount Rushmore is so fucking loaded, dog, because I forgot to mention, I feel like when I spoke about it with Fifth, I did say Nas. And I love Nas. But again, I always like to go before the person who felt like Nas. Now, this person doesn't feel like Nas, but like he was a storyteller, and I feel like that opened the door for people like Nas. Slick Rick. He gotta be on that list.
Yeah.
Rakim gotta be on that list.
Yeah.
Rakim modernized the rap that we know and we love now. Rakim gotta go on that list, bro. Like Rakim, Slick Rick. Fifth mentioned KRS, and I'm like, cool. I was never a KRS fan, but I can understand how people would put KRS on the Mount Rushmore. We also mentioned Jay-Z. The problem with Jay-Z is that he came so much later than all these other dudes. Nas dropped his first album in 91. Jay dropped his first album in 96, right? That's 5 years. That's a long time. You know what I mean? So like it's loaded, man. It's loaded about where you were when you were first introduced to hip hop, how old you are. There's so many different layers that go into it. So like everybody's gonna have a different rap Mount Rushmore, bro. And it's, mine is mine, yours is yours. I respect yours. I like yours. You know what I mean?
You almost need to like do it by like generation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm 9 years older than you, bro. Like, when I was fucking 20, you was 11. You know what I'm saying? When you say it like that, it's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you wasn't even worried about the same type of shit that I was worried about.
Right.
Like, not even close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But,
So we just gonna skip over the women? I feel like, whenever we talk about like rap, hip hop music, it's always centered. No, but it always feels like it's so centered around men, and I feel like that there are also
it's like the NBA and the WNBA.
Nah, I don't think that's a good comparison when it comes to rap. Nah,
I'm playing. It was a joke. I
don't think
There's a lot of women who are outgrossing men in hip hop. I'm just playing. It was a joke. Don't fucking come for me.
I'm just gonna get that whole thing out.
Right.
But no, for me, I want to ask though, because whenever we have, I don't know. I guess at one point I could say that it was male dominated, but I feel like
it's women.
The playing field,
right Boogie was having a conversation earlier. He was like, "Yo, look, like this. When was the last time men dropped a summertime banger? It's always the women now."
Yeah. That is true.
And it's not like, I don't think that they don't want to drop a summertime banger. Yeah. I just don't think it's happened.
Yeah.
The women have Cardi B just dropped the Outside joint.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the fucking anthem. I'm outside. How that shit go, babe?
'Cause I'm out.
Yeah. She know, my wife know better not to talk that shit, right? But you know what I mean? Like, the women are in control of the bangers right now. The women got it.
Yeah.
And I think because society is different as well of how we view societal roles and things of that nature. Back in the day, it was every summer.
Yeah.
And it didn't take much to make a hit.
No, it didn't.
Hard Knock Life was a hit.
Yeah.
That was a summer banger.
What's wrong with that?
I want you to understand. Somebody dropped that same song today. Niggas fuck out. Like, I love the record. I remember being in New York when that song dropped. Every expedition on every block. Boom, boom, boom.
The people back then like get lit to that song.
Oh my God, are you shitting me?
I don't know.
Instead of treated, because I'm a kid. I'm 7. I'm 7, 8 years old, and I hear Annie. I know Annie because I just watched the shit last week. You know what I'm saying? And instead of treated, and then you hear Jigga. standing on the corners, bobbing, dropping to some of the hottest shit. And I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. To the children, I mean, I'm speaking from my perspective of how I experienced it. It was the craziest crossover of cultures.
Wow.
At the time, I was like, yo, what the fuck? They just got Orphan Annie and Jigga Man on the same record. And this is when we were still calling him Jigga Man.
Yeah.
We wasn't calling him Hove yet.
Yeah.
It was before the Hove era. This is when he was Jigga. And we was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm in the crib with my cousins who's a couple of years older than me. Yo, put that Hard Knock Life on. Like, what? That was insane to me as a kid in that moment. And then, and then shortly thereafter, you had holla, all my niggas that's ready to get dollar. Niggas on. All these songs dropped around the summertime. Yeah. Like, these were bangers. Yeah. When's the last time a male did that? Summer 16, Drake.
When did God's Plan?
Wait,
was God's Plan summer?
I don't know.
Was God's Plan summer? I don't think that was summer. Was it summer?
I don't know. We'll fact check it.
It might have been.
What about Mo Bamba?
Mo Bamba. Mm-hmm. Was that summer? Because that was a banger.
I don't remember songs by
that
seasons.
Was a banger. That was a banger. No bullshit. Yo, Boogie, what was the joint you said? What's Boogie at? That nigga left because Mello's here now. Oh,
dang,
shit,
but then, well, I guess Capella Gray's doesn't count as a rapper because he dropped Gallus.
Rap. That's not rap.
Okay.
That's not rap.
What about Sicko Mode?
Was that? I can't remember if that was Summer.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Summer records feel like summer records. Yeah. Like they feel like the moment that they was dropped. And the fact that we can't remember that, I don't feel like there was summer records. And I might be wrong. But I feel like we would have remembered that. But when Drake said all summer 16, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was dropped. Sicko Mode was dropped at the kind of the end of the summer, I guess.
That's not a summer banger. That's not a summer banger. It has to be towards the beginning or just like before the summer. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a summer banger. Well, I mean, maybe Not Like Us was the last summer banger. That dropped right before the summer last year. That might be the last one because that shit is still rocking.
Yeah, that
Not Like Us is the most disrespectful summer banger ever.
That did.
Because you could have been anywhere last year in the summer and they Not Like Us. And we was all trying to crip walk to that shit. And we from Boston. You know what I mean? So
damn, that was over a year ago.
I can't even believe that.
That's crazy.
Because it don't seem like
so
that.
I guess that was it. Well, yeah, Not Like Us.
So Kendrick did it.
I don't know if he meant to make it a summer banger, but he definitely created a summer banger.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, so now I want to say, like, who for you, are there any female rappers that have ever inspired you? And then two, who would you consider like great lyricists?
Missy Elliott inspired the fuck out of me. Like, I mean, visually, but just like, I mean, her music too, her flow, like everything about her.
What's your favorite Missy record?
Dude, I don't even fucking know.
Mine is Sock It To Me.
It could be Sock It To Me. That's such a hard pick.
Yes,
just also what she did, like her videos, her and like Busta videos literally wrote the treatment to all of my music videos.
Oh my God.
Like,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
The
just the quirkiness.
And just like not also Luda, like some of the old Luda videos.
Yeah.
I remember like we used to my dad son moments bonding wise were him just like downloading me like torrents. Like that's how that was his love language of downloading torrents of like music videos. I remember like the Get Back video when he had the big ass fist.
You don't know me like that.
But I would say Missy, honestly. Like, I mean, Lauryn Hill I was like put on to later on. But I feel like Missy would like be one who like I probably wouldn't rap the same if it wasn't for her.
Yeah. Are there any like mainstream current rappers, female wise, that are like you feel like
There's so many. I love like Rico Nasty.
Yeah.
I love BK the Ruler.
Yeah.
I love Lotto. I love who the fuck like
who else is in the more current? Glorilla's on the more current like
yeah.
I love Glorilla.
Doechii now.
Doechii, yeah.
Doechi's fire.
I still haven't like really listened to that album. Like
Doechi's fire.
I got to, yeah.
I feel like she's like that too. Like she's quirky. Like she got one
she's
song
silly
where
as
she's
fuck.
just
She's silly as fuck. And I feel like Missy opened the door to that.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like Missy, when I said it when we spoke about the, women in rap, like Mount Rushmore, Missy gotta go on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for sure. Absolutely. I said it was MC Light, Missy, Lauryn Hill, and who was the last one that I said?
Not Kim?
Oh, Lil' Kim. There you go. Yeah, those four. You know what I mean?
I just don't know enough Lil' Kim or I just
Damn,
don't.
age gap is crazy.
I know, like I need to be put on.
Damn,
but you gotta
like to
listen.
lie.
When he was mentioning his Mount Rushmore, he put Pac on there and not Big, right? And that's the same.
And I can see that.
That's Kim's camp.
I can see that because Pac came before Big.
Yeah.
One. I wouldn't put Big on the Mount Rushmore either. And I wouldn't even put Pac just because we're talking about four people who are early and impactful. I feel like there's more people before Pac. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know enough of Slick Rick or Rakim. I'm just not hip enough. But Pac, I just feel like, I guess the way I think about those things are like, there's so many ways to gauge them. I look like, are you the GOAT of that?
Right.
Where it's like, there never will be another Pac. Like, I mean, no one has even come close to like what he represented, like his whole thing. Same with I feel like there'll never be another Jay. I feel like there'll never be another Ye, and I feel like there might be people who like try to be the next Wayne, but they'll never be like the next.
Yeah.
Like I kind of look at like artists in their peak, like Prime M, Prime Wayne, are like fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like no one is,
I think about Biggie's career, right? And like before Hypnotize and after Hypnotize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hypnotize was such a huge record, bro. Like, because we used to go to New York every week, like every year, as kids. I remember when Hypnotize dropped, like that shit, like just that, like when Biggie was like, what? It wasn't. I was a terror since the high school era, whatever, bathroom passes, cutting classes. It wasn't that. That was Rappity Rap Big. Mm-hmm. And then Hypnotize was like colossal. Like the song was just, I'm like in elementary school, like Biggie, can't you see? Like sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Like it was just the fucking feel of the record was like, this is gonna be big. Yeah. Like once you heard it for the first time. So like I understand what you're saying. Like,
so is Biggie way bigger than Pac back then?
Biggie's bigger than Pac here.
But back then, like, was it like, oh, this guy's way more successful than Tupac? Like,
no, because Tupac was doing movies. He was rapping. Tupac was just multi-talented. Biggie was just a drug dealer from Brooklyn who was given a shot. Yeah. And he just happened to be really good at rap, right? So I think it was different. I feel like if they both lived, I feel like Tupac would have been the Jay-Z of the game right now. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. And then, Biggie would have been the Nas of the game.
It would have sucked watching Biggie fall off, dude.
No, he wouldn't have. No, don't call it fall off. Don't call it fall off.
Or get whacked. Like, that would have sucked.
Don't call it fall off. I feel it would have been just too different because they were so different as rappers, bro. Yeah. Like, they were great together. I like if anybody's seen when they did that freestyle on the stage together, we seen how great they were together. And they could have did because that night that Pac got shot 5 times, he was coming to see Big. Yeah. So had that not happened, and that was some dirty, grimy motherfuckers involved in that shit, but it should have been a great thing between the two.
Yeah.
It just that night changed everything.
Damn,
You know what I'm saying? And it just changed the whole course of their relationship. And, you know, here we are. They're both gone. Right? I mean, it's fucked up, but it is what it is. But
Isn't that crazy? Both 25, right? Younger than me.
young as shit. Biggie was 24 when he died.
What the
Young.
fuck, bro? Like,
Yeah. 24 years old, man.
And it's so funny because like thinking that they were, I mean, remembering that like they were in their mid to young, 20s, early to mid 20s.
They was rapping like grown ass men.
I know that's just
Yeah.
crazy.
20-year-olds these days are
men.
not rapping like that.
Fresh out of jail, Smith, what he said.
Like,
Fresh out of jail, can't afford you dreaming. Since I step on the stage, I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
like what?
Like, they were rapping like niggas who's been doing
Yeah.
this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. Like, there's presence, and I think that's one thing that we didn't see for a long time until Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke gave me hope for New York,
Yeah.
and then he had the same fate as Biggie, dying young.
Which doesn't make sense.
Which
to
is
me
fucked
either,
up.
yeah.
Because once I heard Pop Smoke, it's funny. Everybody made jokes. They was like, "Yo, Chizzy, is that you? You put out a new song?" And I'm like, "Come on." But when I heard that, baby, I was like, "Oh!" I was like, just that
Yeah,
word, like the way
yeah.
he said it, and like the way he came on that song.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, this little nigga got
Yeah.
it, right, baby? Welcome to the party."
Yeah.
And I'm like, he sound like 50. He sound
Yeah.
like Big. He sound like himself.
Yeah.
He sound like New York.
Yeah.
This is the rebirth of New York. Because they said New York rap was dead for a long time. We had a glimmer with Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rebel, but they went to jail, whatever. And then Pop Smoke popped off. And I said, oh, yeah, we lit. New York rap is back. And then they did my man dirty. You know what I'm saying? I thought, but that being before your time and being way more mature than where you actually were, I haven't seen that because when I seen Bobby and Rowdy, they were still kids in my eyes.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, these little niggas, they wildin'. Like, they don't give a fuck about rap. They still want to sell drugs and fuck bitches and shoot people and all of that.
Yeah. Now it's like the opposite. It's like older rappers who you're like, damn, they're that old. They sound like they're younger.
Right.
There's like a ton
Jim
of people
Jones.
I wasn't even thinking him.
Jim Jones is 50, by the way. In case y'all didn't know, Jim Jones is 50 years old, right? And he's rapping like these New York young boys. That's what my man Fifth said. He's a 50-year-old YN, right? But that's that. Fuck all of that. I want to get back into Toke's story, right? Real quick, because we've been talking for a while. Now because we didn't really dive in on Sarah, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sarah. How old was you at that time?
Freshman.
You was a freshman in high school.
Freshman and sophomore. So 15 or
16?
16.
All right, so you wasn't even fucking yet,
No, I was
right?
virgin.
And so that really happened to you, right?
Yeah.
How did that end?
Dude, it kind of like, when I made the song, it was like, I'm like, are people just going to be like left with like, that's how it ends? Because that's legit how it ended. I just kind of like took the L. It was right around the time things were working for me. So I left high school and I just like hadn't seen her since Starbucks, you know? And like, what is there to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? I low key like forgot that even happened until like, I don't know, I was thinking about like how I am in relationships now and how like it is hard for me to trust someone.
Right.
And like that was legit like my first experience with a girl who like liked me back.
Right.
And yeah, it just ended with, bro, I remember it so vividly. I was in the Spanish wing and people keep coming up to me and they're saying, bro, I heard you. Like, what are people saying? And I'm like, at first, I'm just like, people talk, whatever.
Y'all had a Spanish wing in your high school?
Yeah, it was Spanish wing.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah,
It's the wing where they
explain that to me, my nigga.
It's the wing where they teach you
spoke Spanish.
Spanish.
Oh, they teach you Spanish.
He thought it was the wing where all the Spanish students was
Oh
at.
no.
I thought you had a whole bunch of Eduardos and
No.
Enriques and shit.
No, it was where all the Spanish rooms were, and I remember after like the fourth person or whatever, I don't even know.
Those 8 people.
Yeah, by the end of it.
You see, so here's where I got it fucked up. Because I thought you did hit that.
Yeah, no.
Right? So we said it when I was rating this shit. I said he probably was fucked up. The pussy was too good because it was his first experience type shit.
See, that's how you know he didn't go back and do the research that I do.
Yeah,
You feel
no.
me? Because I knew. But I digress.
There's levels to it.
Proceed.
Shut up, nigga.
Land your plane.
But yeah, anyway, proceed, my nigga.
I went up to her in Spanish wing and I'm like, look, like, I keep hearing that, like, you're saying this shit. Like, do you have something to tell me? Like, what is, because I got head from her. And she's telling people, but that's it. And she's telling people, like, yeah, whatever the thing I said in the song. And I'm like, why am I hearing this? Like, and she's like,
Oh my God, what are you talking about?
she
I would
legit
never.
lied so well, and that I walked away. I walked away, and I was like, all of my friends are lying to me, like, and for real, and just more people, and more people kept coming up to me, and I'm like, okay, obviously she's the one, and like, yeah, you know, good actress, and she was an actress.
The head was
Yeah.
that
Like,
good.
how did you not, like, you went to her.
What are you gonna do?
Her.
He was trying to get some more head.
But my
bills.
thing is this, right? Like,
No, I wasn't.
You watched her perform before, right? What's Sarah doing now? She acting?
Last time I seen her, she was at Starbucks.
Maybe
but-
she was acting like she was working at Starbucks.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Did you
she
see
wasn't
these
really.
Was there any cameras around? Did you see the cameras?
Maybe she wasn't really working.
She might have been on set.
That could have been a set. She was doing a good ass job though.
But so I guess my thing is like that definitely left us kind of hanging because I'm like, well, what happened? Obviously, you know, you're flourishing now and everything like that. But at the time, it's like people believed her.
Yeah.
And nobody cared to say like, nah, I don't.
I
believe
think
this.
what I think happened is like eventually it was just some high school shit, and if people remember that, they probably are like think back. That was probably bullshit because I was also at this time like super quiet. Like no one knew me before I was like started to get like notoriety.
Right.
I was like a fucking. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I couldn't talk to girls. Like
Yeah.
this was the first girl. Like
Yeah.
you know, so. And I don't even, you know, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know, but I assume when people look back at it, they just be like, it's probably just a bullshit high school.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? But what you just said, just the cultural differences, right? She gave you dome. This was like sophomore year, freshman year type shit.
Yeah.
Black girls wasn't sucking dick freshman year. I'm
Interesting.
just telling you that. I mean, they wasn't doing it.
Well-
So we had to go to the Sarahs and the Marias. You know what I'm saying?
I had a
To get
Shanice
it, yeah.
in fifth
You had a
grade.
Shanice? He had a Shanice.
In what grade?
Let's go.
In fifth grade.
5th grade. She gave you dome in the 5th grade?
Shanice? Maybe I'm confusing Emma. There's a Shanice. No, Shanice was my first kiss.
Okay. All right.
Emma was my first head.
Who's Emma?
You want to hear a crazy story?
Let's go. I'm with it.
Emma,
What was Emma?
what was Emma?
Yeah.
A white girl.
Oh, okay. Emma could be anybody.
Yeah, Emma was.
Shanice definitely black.
Shanice is black. Emma, they were friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
We got
Toke.
both of them. Ebony and Ivory. Let's go.
Emma was older than me by some years,
Okay.
and was the first girl to be so kind to give me head.
Hey, shout out to Emma.
And you know, this is young age head. What is young age head?
It was garbage.
Very teethy.
Yeah. It was garbage.
Yeah. So whatever. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of the
Yeah, it was
mind.
garbage. Yeah.
But is that everything? You know, it was the most I had.
Yeah.
So it was still
At the time,
great.
It was lit. Yeah.
At the time, well, it hurt them kind of. But yes, like I was happy it happened. I was more happy with the fact it happened than happy with the feeling because it was pain.
Yeah.
So whatever. We it was cool. was kind of left there. Years go by. You guys ever heard of Tits Tavern in the Square?
Absolutely.
So there was a tavern in the square in Salem.
Okay.
And we hear this story. This is, maybe like 6 years later. Emma was at Tits, drinking underage, told to leave, drunk as fuck, won't leave. Cops come, they get in a fight. Female cop, her first day on the job, gets in a fight with Emma.
Wow.
Emma bites her ear off.
Wow.
Off. Maybe not the entire ear. I think like this, and goes to jail for like 5 years.
Get the fuck out.
And she recently got out.
Get the fuck out.
Do you remember the teeth from earlier?
Yeah.
The same teeth. I knew from the jump that these teeth were not to be trusted. Bit the top of a cop's ear off. And if you think I'm lying, you can look up the story. I don't want to give the last name, but Salem, Emma, you can do that.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God bless you, Emma.
And we love Emma, and people go through weird phases.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's flourishing right now. And
Let's
she's,
hope.
Yeah, and a sweet girl. And
She's still biting people.
I don't think I haven't heard anything. She was young. She was underage. So we all go through.
Damn.
things.
My thing is like, how do you even get close enough to the cop to be able to bite her in her ear?
Bells, you've been in enough fights where anything goes.
Okay, whoa.
I mean, you can just.
It is.
I've never
interesting
bit
that-
anyone.
Yeah, to
that's not
bite
even.
and
that's
to,
not
to
a thing.
really get after.
Because the cop might have been whooping her ass.
Maybe, but no,
And then-
no way,
no.
because it was a female cop on her
Yeah.
first day.
That don't mean that she don't know how to fight, bro.
Maybe. Yeah.
She was like,
yeah,
"Oh my God, what do I
yeah.
do in my ear? What do I do?"
That she don't know how to fight. She could just be a cop. You know what I mean? Type shit and whatever.
got her
And
ear.
that was the most exciting shit of her career, probably.
Probably the most traumatizing.
I would have fucking hung the hat the first day. It's my first fucking day. I'm out.
She's probably works a desk job now. At
probably at
Starbucks. All right, yo. So look, I want to talk about some serious shit.
How the fuck did we even get there?
I don't remember. I'm not supposed to be here. You did say some shit about get in touch as a kid or and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Walk me through that experience.
Well, damn.
Like as far as
Walk
like
me through
I
it?
don't want specifics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, how did you, for one, deal with it, and two, when did you realize that the shit was completely out of pocket?
Right.
Was it at the moment or was it later?
Well, to be clear, like obviously, like a lot of people are like talking about this song. I still consider the person wasn't a man. Like the person was
saying that it wasn't.
the person was older than me, but I don't like hold. I think we were all young and like confused, and
Right.
And
So she was young.
no, it was a man. It was a guy with a penis.
Okay.
But I'm saying it wasn't it wasn't a, it was like I was much younger.
Right.
But in hindsight, as a 26-year-old, he was young too. And I mean, to answer your question, like, I think I remembered it for a short amount of time because I say it in the song, but I literally forgot it happened till I was 22, which is just crazy what music can do. Like, literally, I'm like writing this song and I'm just like thinking about sexuality. That song is just about like my relationship with sex and my how I looked at it, like with my parents, knowing my parents were never like affectionate, like.
Right.
And it took me so many years to even like unlock that memory. And it was another one of those like cases where it's like I didn't want to like write about it. Like I didn't want to talk about it. It's weird. But it felt like that's the reason I should. Like it feels like fuck. Like I'm just the one. I have to, because how many other people have had like a similar thing?
Right.
And yeah, it's like, and then it got me thinking of like, did this? You know, they always say like things from our childhood, whatever. Like, you know, how do they play a role in today? And I was thinking, like, does this play a role in? And it reminded me of, like, I say it in the end of the song, but a conversation of like my friend saying like, do you always have to be with like these beautiful women? Like
what are you trying to prove?
Yeah, and I always chalk that up to like shit, like you know, it's just my taste or whatever. Like, but then it did get me thinking, like, am I trying to overcompensate for something? And just like thinking about it now, like I it doesn't feel like I am. It feels like genuine. It feels like
That's what you want.
Yeah, it feels like I'm very like I'm confident in, you know, what I like, and I feel like you know, it's what I like is what I like. But yeah, it was I just felt like it was an important thing to talk about, because I feel like the amount of like DMs I'm getting and comments about like similar shit happened to me, is like, it's weird that like you can say something, just tell something that happened in your life, and just someone hearing that makes them feel better about it. But if that's the case, dude, then we should do this shit all the time, because it really didn't take, you know, I see comments like, he's so brave, he's so, you know, I was in the studio by myself saying this shit, like, was I eager to? No, but
It's just
if it helps people, like, fuck it, dude, like, it's what should be, it's what should happen.
I think the scariest things to talk about, or the most uncomfortable things to write and actually put out, are the things that, as much as it's like do I have to write this? Do I really want to put this out? It ends up being the thing that more people gravitate towards, because a lot of people experience what you experience, like being afraid or being nervous or being like conflicted, and then they never act on it. It's like, well, no, let me just keep it to myself. But then when you hold it inside like that, then it has no ability to make any impact at all. It's just this thing that stays locked inside, and nobody gets any relief. Like, you know what I mean? But because you were the one to say it, now it's like, imagine it lifting a weight off of thousands or millions of people, and it took for you to be what they would call brave to do it. So it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was for you, but it was also for
it was therapeutic
the thousands
in the moment,
of people
but it was
that
also
needed to hear that, you know?
Right. People, I think that, you know, honestly, bro, like, I mean, I can't relate, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who's experienced shit like that, where it's like, yo, that was fucking trippy as fuck. Like, okay, well,
and
what the fuck, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because do you identify as a straight man?
Yes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, right? Like, you're like, I know I like girls, but that was a moment that it was just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Right? But you still experience what you experience, right? And I think that's a tricky part of a lot of people's lives, that they don't want to be like honest about. You know what I mean? They don't want to like be like, well, you know, whatever. You know what I mean, type shit. But the fact that you said it with being who you are and your following, and how many people listen to every word that you say, that's why you're brave. You know what I'm saying? It's not because it wasn't your experience, because it was. That's why people will call you or hit you up or DM you or whatever and be like, yo, you're so brave for saying that, because you could have never said that. We would have never fucking known that you went through it. You know what I mean? And it's not that you're acting on it like that's your life or whatever the case may be, because if it was, it was. You know what I mean? But you like pretty looking women, right? As you mean.
Can I just say though too, right? For people who have those experiences, it's not a thing of attraction, because 9 times out of 10, however old you were,
Some
the
freaky ass
person,
shit.
no, the person who's older than you is obviously having these changes happen in their body. Like they don't really know. They just know like they want to do some of that's sexual. And it's not a thing of attraction for the younger person. You just happen to be the person that's in close proximity with them that they want to kind of experiment on. So it has nothing to do with the person that's being convinced that this is okay. Like,
Are you still?
let me just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I just touch you here, like it's okay. Like this is normal. And you being a person who's trusting that person is saying to yourself like, okay, well they know
they're
better
saying it's
than me,
okay,
then
right.
okay. But then and then like, you know, like I can't speak for everybody, but like deep down inside, you kind of feel like something off. But if this person, if I feel safe with them, then I don't know much and they know more than me, then they're probably just telling me the truth. And then it's not, and you lock something like that away. You don't, you know, it's like, okay, something that happened. But then it's like when you get older and in hindsight, you're like, wait
That
a
was
damn minute.
Yeah.
That was not supposed to happen.
Are you still in contact with this person?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know people who are. But yeah, like I said, like I still consider him like he didn't really understand, you know, either.
Do you feel like you're making excuses for him when you say that?
I don't know. I mean, I think it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like what you're saying is true. Is like, you know, people like are in, like, I was young, so I had no idea. Like I had no idea. I said in a song, I didn't even think about getting my dick wet. Like I didn't even,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, but still, like you could still be. Kids mature at like different ages, so
Yeah.
I really
Right.
don't hold like any.
So look, just because you forgave somebody doesn't mean that there wasn't malicious intent, right?
Right.
And I'm not a fucking psychiatrist or philosopher or whatever the fuck you want. Look, I don't know shit about shit, bro. I'm still figuring life out. I'm 35. You understand me? But until you have that real conversation with dog, I don't think you should chalk it up to what you think it is. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you should go have the
I was
conversation
gonna
with
say
him.
like I don't even think that's necessary.
I'm not
sometimes.
saying you should go have the conversation, but what I'm saying is we don't know. You don't know and we don't know, right?
Yeah.
You're taking it for what you are, for what you're taking it as, and if that's what you can live with, then more power to you, brother. It is what it is, but I don't think we should ever try to conjure up what other people was thinking ever in whatever situation. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
it
even
was
think
what
it's
it was. No, and not it was what it was, but like we won't know. I love your angle as far as like, yeah, he was young too and he was figuring it out. Cool, but he was also older than you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
I will say, like, in these kinds of situations, even if you wanted to have the conversation with that person about anything, 9 times out of 10 they act like they don't even remember it happened. Like, what are you talking about? Number one. And then two, it's like you kind of are trying to like figure out, well, why would they do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you just try to start taking like all these things into account. Like, okay, well, you were only like, you know, 4 or 5 years older than me, 5 years older than me, 6 years older than me, whatever. And maybe like, you know, at that point you were just trying to figure out some stuff, and you didn't want to go to nobody that was your age, so you just tried to pick somebody who was a little bit more vulnerable, young, impressionable, and you know, and then boom, it happens and you forget about it. Like, and that to other people who may not have had that experience, it sounds like you're making excuses or you're trying to like appeal to some like better judgment type of thing, but
That might be the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from what you're saying. That might really be exactly what you're conjuring it up to. I'm just saying that it might be a different lens here that we can look at it. That's all I'm saying.
What's crazy is that there was one other person in this room who ended up becoming this sounds like a lie, but it's not. Who ended up becoming like severely schizophrenic, like literally lost his mind.
Oh shit.
And he wasn't like a part of it, but he was in the room. and he was like the same age as this other kid.
Right.
And he was like, you know, friends of friends, whatever. And one of my closest friends is still like one of the only people who still talks to this kid after he's been schizophrenic. It's very obviously hard to be friends with someone who like thinks crazy shit.
Yeah.
He like can't be by himself type shit. But a few years ago, or maybe like 4 years ago, my friend came to me and said he was talking to this kid that was like schizophrenic, and he was like, he told him like this whole story, and then my friend was like, yeah, he was saying all this shit, like this happened. And I was just like, that motherfucker's schizophrenic. I'm really So now if he watches this, he knows I blamed it on the schizophrenic. The schizophrenic.
You're like, hey, you know what the fuck you talking about.
What the fuck you talking about believing the schizophrenic?
and he finishes telling you, and he's like, and you believe him?
Yeah.
Like, come
What are
on,
we
bro.
doing here?
And then I'm not supposed to be here. It comes out. That's some shit.
Surprisingly, the album hasn't. I did expect more bullshit to happen from this album because I'm.
Well, that's what I was about to ask you. Like, what has happened with like how was the project received?
I mean, the project, the fans love it. You know, it's what's crazy is like I so didn't go into. I know maybe a lot of artists say this, but I'll compare it to my last album. I went into the last album thinking like this is gonna be the one that changes shit. Like this is gonna be like people are gonna start putting respect on me. Like people are gonna start, and it didn't happen.
Right.
This album is doing that, and I so went into this album with this is just for the people who already love me.
Right.
This is only for the fans. Like to like, you know, just give them so much truth as like a thank you to still rocking with me type shit. And it's fucking it's just insane that it's doing what it's doing, and like I'm seeing like the numbers I've never seen before happen with this one. And I just feel like I'm very grateful, but I feel like I'm grateful because it's an important message. Like I'm not just grateful for the success, I'm grateful for what it's teaching me. Because like I look back in certain moments, like if this one song blew me up, it kind of like as an artist like can make you be like, oh, just keep doing that then.
Right.
And there are songs I released that like aren't my heart as much. They're fun, whatever. I like them. I like the song, but they're not my heart. Like, and if and I wonder what would have happened if I blew up, or if like one of those songs like changed everything for me. The correct thing to do career wise would be like just keep trying to make that song. But for this album to do what it does, it just like tells me stay with the truth, bro. Like stay with your stories and being honest, and so it's important for me like as a person, because I was young when shit started happening for me. Like I was 17 when I started touring. I was like, you know, 19 when I started like selling out my own shows. Like my life has been very like, it's been weird, and there's been a lot of ways that I could turn into a piece of shit. You know, like I didn't have like I didn't have much of a, what does like a proper success look like? I didn't have like a mail to be like, this is what a gentleman is. I didn't have like, and I got used to, I'm not like proud to say this, but I got used to like things just coming to me ever since I was 17, 18, 19, like shit just revolved around me, you know, and, you know, you read stories about like people who had like young success and they just like go fucking crazy or whatever.
Cocaine,
and
all
yeah,
types
just
of shit.
crazy shit. And I just think like I'm just happy. Obviously I'm happy like as an artist and like as a business, like that the truth, you know, is doing what it's doing. But like as a person, I feel like it's a big reminder, like this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Word.
Like,
Word. I love that for you,
You
bro.
are supposed to be here.
I love that, man. I love that, and I love your story, bro. I love that you're transparent about it. I think more people should be that forthcoming about their stories, because that's really what's gonna create real fans. Like people like, you know, you want to feel like your favorite artist you kind of know. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what you're doing right now, and that's why you have such a strong core fan base, because they feel like they know you, because you say real names out here. Like, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, people don't do that. People will write the same story, but with a whole different identity, just to protect said people or whatever the case may be. Blah blah blah. I think that ultra raw, like, just you giving your whole truth is super fire, and that's something that you shouldn't lose sight of, bro. Like, for real, because that's what got me engaged, for real. Like, and it's not to say that you didn't do it before, but like this one right here, bro, like, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you. I can't pinpoint the moment that made me feel like, yo, this kid is going somewhere for real. But as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, I'm with Token 100%, bro. Like, I might have teeter-totted before, but fuck that. I'm a fan now, like a real fan, super fan. So keep going, bro. Like, for real. Keep doing your fucking thing.
I appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna hold you. I really liked Pink is Better.
Hey, I like Pink is Better
Like,
too. I'm very proud of Pink is Better.
Pink is Better was cool.
I like, you know what?
But that's a me thing.
Yeah,
like, look,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's the thing. Like, you could. I was like, all right, well, I thought Volume 1 by Jay-Z was whack. Motherfuckers look at me like I'm crazy when I say that.
Yeah.
I ain't like Volume 1. I ain't like Volume 3 neither.
Okay.
Which one had Hard Knock Life 2?
Volume 2.
Yeah.
Volume 2 was fire. I didn't like Volume 1 or Volume 2. It wasn't until the Blueprint that he pulled me back in. Obviously, Rock La Familia.
You mean Volume 1 and 3?
I didn't like Volume 1 or 3.
Yeah.
But I liked Volume 2. I loved Volume 2, like, from start to finish. Rock La Familia, and then Blueprint happened. And that's when it was like, okay, the ecosystem starting to happen.
Yeah.
You know, Dame Dash started implementing all these other dudes, whatever. And then Blueprint, oh my God, like, it was incredible.
Yeah.
But people will hail Volume 1, Volume 3 as some of his best albums. Cool. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying I know what I like. You know what I mean? And that's it.
And that's like, again, like, it's nobody's listening to music with the same ears. So it is what it is when it comes to that. But I want to ask you though, like, who is Cam?
Cam Patterson?
Okay, because I don't.
Wait, Cam,
personally know.
who's
He's
doing the
on
skits?
Yeah.
Cam Patterson is like my favorite comedian.
Okay.
He's I don't know if you guys know Kill Tony, but it's like a big comedy podcast, and Cam Patterson like got discovered from there, but I just think he's fucking hilarious, and he's like crushing it, and I just he's just talking throughout the whole thing. Yeah,
that was good.
So you got him on there to do this, or he was actually saying these things to
No,
you?
I got him to.
Okay.
I tell him like, this is what people say to me. Say it in your voice.
I like
And
it.
that's what
I like it. I like
He
it.
was like, she giving you that the haircut. He was talking about the haircut.
I thought it was very appropriate.
Yeah,
You know, because
I loved it
I
too.
thought it was a good lens of how black people look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, yo, goddamn. Like, this motherfucker spit right
Yeah,
there.
for real though.
You know, that was appropriate. I like that.
Yeah, shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam, for real.
Well, dang, I don't got nothing left.
I wanna get your opinion on something before we wrap up,
boy.
because we almost done, right? Well, we are done essentially, but I'm not gonna go through all three of these topics.
Uh-oh.
Because we had 3 topics, but we was having such a good
The
conversation.
Jews in the industry.
Well, that was one of them I wanted to get to.
What do you think about the Jews?
So you're
Like-
Jewish, right?
Yeah.
So did you grow up Jewish, like going to synagogue and shit like
I mean,
that?
that's why like I struggle with like, yes, I am Jewish, but we did very little Jewish things.
Right.
My parents like tried, like my dad, their parents were more Jewish. I had a bar mitzvah, and then after that, I never really like went to temple. Like, and then my dad was more spiritual. My mom, I think they appreciate the cultural like aspect of the family aspect of it, like the getting together and but when it comes to like, we didn't really grow up looking like some Jewish.
You see, so here's the thing about Jewish people with me. Like, Jewish people to me was white people, right? Growing up, like I ain't know the difference. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're Jewish. Like, you look just like fucking John that lived next door. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, whatever. And it wasn't John. I only had one white person on my street growing up, right? But what I'm saying is, I don't understand that culture, right? But with Jews being very popular right now with Israel and things of that nature, like, do you ever have people ask you questions about shit like that? Like, how do you feel about what's going on in the Middle East?
I mean, bro, I not really, because like I'm pretty ignorant, bro. Like I said, like I wish I knew more, and I wish I was like more educated in it. And I think like when you say like like a Jewish person is just like a white person, like it's hard for me to speak on it because I don't think I'm like a good testament to like, but it's like I celebrated this past Easter with like a Greek family, and I had
they
so
were
much.
Christians.
And they were and like the Greeks are fucking lit.
Yeah.
And there's a cultural thing to them, you know, and you can and they're like, I don't know. It reminded me a bit of like some like Jewish families I know where it's like there's just I don't know, there's like a cultural thing. It's kind of hard to like put your finger on some of it, but when it comes to like shit that's happening in the world, I honestly like wish I was more educated on it, and I kind of see the same shit that everyone else sees, and it seems really fucked up, and it obviously is really fucked up, but I'm just not that guy. I wish I could, you know.
So you ain't never said no shit like Free Palestine?
I haven't said no. I haven't said.
Do you think that's valid?
I don't know, bro. Like you know, from what I see, like I see people. Yeah, I mean, of course, I see the same shit as like everyone else sees, and I don't think anyone should die who doesn't deserve to die. And I'm not saying this as like I should be more educated. Like I should be, you know, I have family in Israel too. Right. You know.
That's crazy.
And,
you see?
Yeah. And a lot of my family who lives in Israel, you know, hates the Israel government. Actually, they all do. They hate what's happening. Like they don't. I think. And like it's difficult for me to speak on it because I do feel like uneducated. But I think what people.
So don't say too much.
Yeah, but no. But what I feel like
an
people
uninformed take.
Right.
I feel like where people aren't separating Jews and like the government of Israel.
Well, but it's hard to. You know why? Because Israel has made Jews and the government of Israel synonymous. They did that. That wasn't a worldwide thing. They made it that because they dead at Israel. Just in case you're not informed, they low key declared war on every Muslim fucking state. They had beef with Iran forever, but never really did nothing about it. Benjamin Netanyahu, whatever his fucking name is, been saying that Iran had weapons of mass destruction since the 90s. Literally the same story year over year over year. Nobody's ever proved it. They might could have had some inclination of it this year. It's 2025.
Yeah.
The first time he said it was like, I think 94 or 95. So when he did that, you know what I mean? Like that, it wasn't, because I think what we have to understand is that Judaism is a religion, right? First, before anything, before race, before a creed, it's religion. It's a set of beliefs. They made it synonymous, the government of Israel, where it's like, we look like this, we move like this, we act like this, we sound like this. So therefore, when you look at Americans who are Jewish, most of them are white. I know some black Jews. Like, that's like less than 1% of them. It's very rare. But then when you look at the history of Judaism and blah, 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 you go back to biblical times, they was all black and brown, right? I'm not going to give you the whole history on it because I don't fucking know it. But all I know is that Israel wasn't a state until 1952. And the fact that they're the ones who are leading this charge, and where did they get their land from, which was the state of Palestine, which was the country of Palestine, and now they're kicking them out, and all Palestine is left to is the Gaza Strip. There's an issue going on here. If you're not aware, just get familiar to the history.
Yeah,
bro.
no, I definitely.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not holding against you because you barely Jewish. You Jewish light, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did have a bar mitzvah.
Like,
I am Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you had a bar mitzvah, but like, did you plan this shit?
No, I mean,
Exactly. That's what I'm
Wait a
saying. Like,
kid.
you didn't do it, right? You know what I mean? That was your culture. And that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not holding it against you, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, who the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, your parents did that. You know what I mean? And they did that because of what they were accustomed to, right? That's your culture, and that's fine. Your culture is your culture, but it doesn't erase history of the world, is all I'm saying. So fuck that. But what I was going to ask you about, you been watching Love Island?
I heard of Huda.
You heard of Huda, so you don't even know what's going on.
I mean, I was told by my friend Nat, and she says that she doesn't fuck with Huda, and she doesn't fuck with anyone who fucks with Huda. And
That's crazy.
But
So
I'm like, I was trying to get her to like. It's too many episodes. I would love to be up to date, but it's too much.
Well, shout out to Brian. Brian's from Everett. He's from out here. He's on Love Island.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
I
out to
did
Brian.
not know.
Yeah.
Boy.
Shout out to Brian.
Oh my gosh.
I want to talk to Brian. But there was this girl named Sierra
Okay.
who was on the show. And she had a few posts from the past. So I guess Love Island fans, they dig into these people who are on the shows.
Everybody does.
And they go into people's old social media
I'm talking
posts.
about they'll
from-
find 15
I'm
years
talking,
ago.
they had like 10 years ago. Like literally 10 years ago, somebody posted, Sierra specifically posted something about my eyes look super chinky in this pic, right? Sierra's a woman from Hispanic descent, right? Hispanic? She's Puerto Rican, right? People's Puerto Rican, all of that. Shout out Puerto Rico, Boricua. You know what I mean? They found her old tweets or Instagrams or whatever with her saying that my eyes look super chinky in this picture or whatever. And then she got kicked off the show.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because of how we grew up.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away from anybody who feels away. And you motherfuckers can feel how you want to feel. When you were growing up, did you think that somebody said your eyes look super chinky was offensive?
No, I actually have never heard that before. But
Is that a black thing?
No,
It might be
I
a- I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like how old was she was like it seems like some kid shit to do.
Yeah.
Like
So if old girl, if Sierra's like what, 22, 23, 24, 25,
What- yeah,
25 the max, that means if it was 10 years ago, she was 15. Or how old is Sierra?
I don't know.
20 something. She's in her 20s. She's younger than you.
yeah.
All right, she's in her early 20s. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, the real question is, how did her eyes look?
Okay, you see, thank you. All right, so look, now the whole Stop Asian Hate movement killed her. It was people who was on that type of time. Stop Asian Hate. Now, I think that's a Gen Z thing because back in my day, I'm 35, right? When I was 15, I'll be like, yo, you high as shit. Your eyes looking mad chinky. It wasn't like a
There was
derogatory
no thought.
thing.
There was no thought of an Asian when you use that word. That's what he's trying to allude to. Like
that's what I'm saying.
So
like
they're saying that because she used that word, she was using it as people in the Asian community consider that word a derogatory term.
and she was talking about herself.
And she's talking about herself. She's just talking about the way that her eyes look. And I don't believe that she had any malicious intent behind
Why
that.
would she talk shit about herself?
I literally just learned that was a slur to them.
Oh,
I
I knew it was a slur, but to me, it's like that shit is like,
Right. But let's talk about I have never once in my life looked at an Asian person and said, "Oh, look at that chink." You know what I mean? Like I've never even the word chink. Actually, I didn't even know that chinky derived from another word.
Right.
Like,
and that's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, unless you running around here calling Asians chinks.
Right. Like
what? Like that's not what we doing. Unless you really trying to be disrespectful. Like you get into an argument with a Chinese person and you want to get crazy and say some wild left shit like that.
Yeah.
But like that wasn't the situation. And I feel like it's not fair for this new set of society to judge people off of things that were regularly said. Did you know that on Netflix or some streaming platform or whatever it is, that there's a disclaimer at the beginning of Rush Hour now?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh no, I didn't.
There's a disclaimer saying that these jokes were written at a different time and they may be offensive
today, though.
Yeah.
So they're offensive today, but they weren't offensive then.
Thank you. Yeah. That's my point.
That's
my point.
About because all these years I've never heard an Asian person say anything like this. And then the term Asian hate also is something that's new. And I'm not taking anything away because I'm not part of that demographic or community. So I don't know what offends them or anything like that. But I'm just so taken aback and confused right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Like I'm from the era where you call everybody from what you experienced the first of. Right. There's a scene in Rush Hour where Chris Tucker's going down the stairwell. This is old Asian young lady. And she says, "Move aside, Kobe." Right? Right? To Chris Tucker. Because he's just a tall black man.
Yeah.
Nobody blinked an eye about that, right? Like nobody cared, like, move aside, Kobe. Why is he Kobe?
Yeah.
He's just a tall black man.
Right.
We didn't give a fuck. We thought that shit was funny.
Right.
Yeah, we all look alike. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you take things like that and then you make it an issue. So my question to you is, do you feel society now is a little too nitpicky and soft about how they look at things socially?
I think it's like bouncing. I think it was, and I think it's low key like bouncing back now. I feel like that is weird, and it seems like blown out of proportion. Like, and it seems like the show probably like did that to like just save their ass, and it's not like people. Yeah. I guess when it comes to those things, I wonder like, is anyone actually offended, or are we just pretending that like other people are offended?
Right.
And I feel like realistically, like no one was probably really hurt by that like tweet or whatever. And I do have like hopes that, I mean, it's not even hopes. Like I see it. Like there was a few years there that was really crazy and everything was like, people were getting canceled left and right. But I feel like that shit is so dead for the most part that it's like now people are like getting notoriety just because they go crazy the opposite direction and like go fucking the opposite way and like I don't know. I think like most people would agree with you guys. Like what's tough is that like it's tough that the loudest people are people who disagree. Right. But most people are probably like, come on, bro.
Come on.
And then it's and then it's even now, like us talking about it, it's like we got to give disclaimers like, no, we're not saying that y'all not valid or your feelings are not valid or whatever the case may be. But it's like, it's exhausting that everybody wants to be outraged about something, bro.
Selective
and it's
outrage.
Like, why? What is like, I have never, okay, this is me talking from a personal experience. See, disclaimer. I literally have never heard nobody use that word in my everyday life ever at all. I've never heard anyone call the chick ever. Like I said before, I thought chickie was it just meant small. Like, I don't know.
I've heard the term used derogatory
in real life, like somebody you're walking by and you just hear somebody say like,
I'm in the car business.
Film.
I've worked with a lot of old time white guys.
Okay.
Who would like
old
you know what I mean? Like
time white guys.
Old time white guys. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you talking about dudes that when I was in my 20s, they was like 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
That's regular to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They probably called me nigga behind my back.
Right.
They're like, yo, I love that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, that was their time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody had a label at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Charlie, he's a good nigga.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But that was their time. You
Yeah.
understand? So I understand things are generational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not like tripping. I learned how to sell cars off an old school white dude.
Yeah.
And he was probably one of the best salespeople I ever fucking met in my life. This motherfucker never had to stand up to sell a car. People would literally come in to see him. He had appointments on appointments. He never had to stand. Like, I'd never seen him stand up to sell a car. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers would come in and see him, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying to get like this nigga.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get bread. So me in my first sales position, I'm like, whatever you say, bro. Whatever. He might have called me a nigga behind closed doors. I don't know. But would I hold it against him? No, because let's talk about the generation that he was built, like born in and raised in, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that he hated me? No, that was what black people were called to him and his culture at that time. Is it right? No. Is it fucked up? Yes. But is it what it is? Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to call shit for what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I call white people Saxons. Is it wrong? No. Anglo-Saxon is very right.
Yeah.
It's actually very fucking right. It's actually very politically correct.
Yeah.
If we looking at the fucking term Anglo-Saxon.
You see,
Motherfuckers get mad about that. Oh, why are you calling us Saxon? Thinking 'cause that's what the fuck you are.
Yeah.
I didn't make the term. Latin did.
Yeah.
Shit. Latin is an old-ass language.
I think the thing that like might bother people sometimes when things like this happen is like in response to whatever happened with Sierra, there are then those people who are being hateful towards her who are outraged about them considering what she said to be hateful. So I'm trying to understand where the logic is here, right? Like, if you think that she was being hateful or you want her removed from this show because she said something that people find offensive, but then in turn, your response to her offense is to offend her even more. Like, the girl is getting all kinds of threats that are unwarranted.
Yeah.
So my thing is, like, if you're going to be mad about something, if you're going to be outraged about something, then be outraged about everything. Your feelings are not the only ones that are valid. Yeah. And I think a lot of the times, like, when I see things like that and I think about it, I'm like, well, dang, that's just like us. When there are groups of black people, that are certain black people who find the N-word offensive and they don't want to use it and they think that all black people should stop using it and blah, blah. And then there's people that be like, oh, well, they're crying. Like, why are you guys crying about being called the N-word? The word's been here forever. Get over it.
You know when it's being used offensively.
Right.
You know when it's used offensively. I had a client in my office one time. He was Asian. And he wasn't supposed to be there. And I stood up and I told him to get out of my office. And I said, you a funny motherfucker. And he said, yeah, right, nigger. That was meant to be offensive.
Right.
Me calling you a funny motherfucker was not meant to be offensive. That's how I talk. Like, that's in any setting, I'm going to say some shit like that. You a funny motherfucker. You know that? To anybody.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, yeah, nigger. And I was like, all right, bro, get the fuck out of my office. Like, at that point, it was like, the conversation's over.
Yeah.
You know, like, you try and be disrespectful. And I told the motherfucker, I said, look, I'm not going to put hands on you because I know where we at, and I'm still black, and I know what the fuck you want. You want me to get arrested. But guess what? You're just not buying a car today. Get the fuck out. Right? Yeah. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
We know when it's used to be a device of destruction.
Yeah.
Right? That was a device of destruction. you're not gonna get the best of me with that shit. Because
Right.
I could have knocked him the fuck out. And I called his wife ugly. That was just like, you know, cherry. I was like, get you and your ugly ass wife the fuck out of here.
Well done.
That was good. That was my moment of glory right there, right? And her breath stunk. But you know what I mean? It was like
Should have kissed her.
I should have
Yeah.
just to spite the motherfucker, right? But it's like, you know when it's meant to piss somebody off. If I'm saying, yo, I'm high as shit, my eyes look chinky as fuck. Bro, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That wasn't made to like offend nobody, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, nobody ever says, yo, I just got a tan, I look mad niggardly. Nobody's ever said that, bro.
And we hope they never do.
Nobody's ever said that. Because
right.
that's just not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But chinky became a thing when you got high and your eyes looked mad crazy.
Yeah.
And whatever. You heard it in the records. Snoop Dogg said it. Fucking Be Real said it. All these niggas who been smoking weed and rap been saying it. Why are they not getting ridiculed for it? But you got this random girl from a random city who said some random shit a very long time ago, and now she's getting kicked off for opportunity because what? Come on, man. That's whack.
I have to pee so bad.
And on that note,
you know what?
thank you for tuning in.
Let's wrap
That's
this
our
up.
time.
Let's wrap this up.
Like so bad to the point that like, you know, I don't want to be it's gonna come out.
You know what, Token?
You see his legs are together, boy. If you don't go to the bathroom.
We just been going on and on, man. But look, CWTFB Radio, come on. Powered by the Vogue Podcast Network. We in the Media Lab at the Sound Lab. I'm Charlie MaSheen alongside my Choco Bliss, Honey Kiss, never miss my good sis. Big Bell from a big block. We have my man Token in the building. Make some noise for my man Token. Come on. Thank you, brother. Like, this was a good conversation.
Hell yeah.
I love that we could dive into your music and dive into some bullshit. This is good. This was real introspective, bro. This was real, like, just transparent. And I appreciate you for being here, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
We'll go take a piss, bro.
Go.
We out of here.
So much.
Episode 273, man. We out of here.
Jeez, right.
That was
right
perfect.
there.
Yeah.